Hi friends, this is Professor Ghanshyam Malviya. Today I am going to deliver a very small lecture upon the multiple integrals. Today we shall learn some fundamentals and basics concepts regarding the multiple integration. So what multiple integration means? Integrating a function with respect to two variables respectively, or with respect to three variables, more than one variable. It is just an upgradation of single integrals, definitely. For instance, integral a to b f of x dx. This is called as a single integration. But what is double integral? Double integral is denoted by double integral over R f of xy dx dy. Sometimes dx dy is denoted by d capital A also. So, this is a double integral. Integrating this function f of xy, more than one variable, is integrating twice with respect to x and with respect to. Now, what does it mean basically? It is sheer an upgradation or advanced version of the single integral. The single integral a to b f of x dx, what does it mean? It does mean the area bounded by four curves. Which four curves? If this is a coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis, then integral from a to b f of x dx is the plane area bounded by x is equal to a, this line, to x is equal to b, from left to right, and from y equal to 0, this x-axis is nothing but y equal to 0, to y equal to this function f of x. If this is a graph or plot of y equal to f of x, then the single integral a to b f of x dx is this area, bounded by x is equal to a, to x is equal to b, and from x equal to, from y equal to 0 to y equal to f of x. This four. Now, what does this double integral? We shall understand this. So, this double integral is over R. What is R? Capital R is nothing but some plane region. For sake of understanding, let us consider this R as a rectangular region, suppose. This is a rectangle, say capital R. In single integral, it was just an interval from x is equal to a to x is equal to b. Now, while dealing with this double integral, it has now been converted into plane area. We are considering here, for sake of convenience, for sake of understanding, it is a rectangle. Okay. Now, this is the rectangle over which this function, let us consider this f of xy by z. Yz, we shall see this afterwards. As we denote y equal to f of x, now here we denote z equal to f of xy. Now, what shall we do? This is x-axis, this is y-axis. So, this is a plane area, capital R, plane rectangle, capital R. Now, we shall divide this rectangle into smaller rectangles, number of smaller rectangles, by drawing vertical and horizontal lines. Now, let us consider any arbitrary rectangle. This rectangle is denoted by dx dy. Right? This is that rectangle which is denoted here specifically as dx dy. Now, number 2. We take any point. This point is nothing but f of xy. Sorry, it is not f of xy, it is x comma y. It is point in this plane. So, whose coordinates are x comma y. corresponding to this point, say P, in this rectangular region dx comma dy of area dx, we have taken an arbitrary point P. Now at this point P, we determine Z. What is Z? F of x comma y. F of this value at this point P. What is this? This is nothing but Z. Z means height of this rectangle. Height of this rectangle means this dx dy is the area of this rectangle multiplied by f of xy. What does it mean? The height. Area into height, what does it mean? Area into height, it does mean it is the volume of solid erected over this rectangle. Now, what we do? We take the sum of all such rectangles. For instance, summation of f of say xi, yi, dxi, dyi. What we take? We take the sum of all such products, f of xi comma yi multiplied by dx, this area multiplied by height, means we are adding all such volumes of each elementary rectangle. Okay, now I equal to 1 to k. Let us assume that there are k number of rectangles. So corresponding to this k number of rectangles, there would be k number of volumes erected over this rectangular region. Now what we do? We increase this number of rectangles indefinitely. That means what do? We take the limit of this sum as k tends to infinity. And this limit k tends to infinity of this sum is nothing but the integral, double integral over R f of xy dx dy. This limiting sum is called as the double integral over this rectangle R of function z equal to f of xy dx dy. So what does it represents, this double integral over R? It represents the volume of a solid erected over this rectangle R. Okay. So this is nothing but the volume of solid. Which solid? Erected over the plane rectangle R. Now, if we put this f of xy equal to 1, this value equal to 1. So this double integral over R dx dy, it reduces to, this double integral is nothing but shear and area of the region R. As this is a volume, and in this volume if we replace f of xy equal to 1, so this double integral over R dx dy is nothing but the area of this plane region R. So that is as far as the definition and meaning of double integral is concerned. Now we shall consider the types of double integrals. Basically there are three types of double integral. These three types, they are: the type 1 is integral a to b, integral c to d, f of xy dx dy. This is type 1. What is type 2? Integral x is equal to f1y, 2x is equal to f2y, integral from a to b, f of xy dx dy, This is second type. And third type, integral c to d, and integral from f1 of x to f2 of x, f of xy dx dy. So whatever examples we are going to solve, they comes under these three categories only. What is difference between all these three? Integral from a to b and c to d. Here we observe that all these four limits, a to b and c to d, they are all constants. In the second type, out of this pair of two limits, a to b and x equal to f1y to x equal to f2y, here a and b, they are constant limits, whereas x equal to f1y to x equal to f2y, they are curvilinear limits. Now consider, here c to d, they are constants, whereas y equal to f1 of x to y equal to f2 of x, they are curvilinear limits. So if all the four limits, here all the four limits are constants, a to b and c to d, so this double integral is integrated with respect to any variable first we wish. So this integral first either with respect to x, or it may be integrated either with respect to y also. That is the meaning over it. When all the four limits, they are constants. Okay. Now what happens over here? Here the limits are mentioned in terms of y, f1y to f2y. So these are the curve of something like this. X is equal to f1y to x equal to, this is f1y, this is f2y. These are the limits of x. So this must be limits of y. What are limits of y? Y varies from a to b. So y varies from a, y is equal to a, to y equal to b. So we wish to integrate this f of xy over this plane region from f1y to f2y and from y equal to a to y. So such integrals, they are integrated with respect to x first. So why it is to be integrated with respect to x first? Because the limits are mentioned in terms of y. If the limits are mentioned in terms of y, then it is integrated with respect to x first. Now after integrating with respect to x, employing the limits of x from bottom to top, sorry, from left to right, limits of x. So what does it? After employing the limits upper minus lower, it converted into purely a function of y. And after this, we integrate with respect to y. Okay. As far as this integral is concerned, the limits are mentioned in terms of y. Sorry, the limits are mentioned in terms of x. So as they are mentioned in terms of x, they are limits of y. Y equal to f1x, bottom curve, to top curve, f2 of x, like this. Y equal to f1 of x to y equal to f2 of x. And x equal to c to x is equal to d. So if this line is x is equal to c and this line is x is equal to d. So over this rectangle bounded by all these four limits, x equal to c to x equal to d, y equal to f1 of x to f2 of x, this region of this integration is this rectangle. Here region of this integral is this rectangle. Here region of this integral is rectangle bounded by x is equal to a to x is equal to b, x is equal to a to x is equal to b, y equal to c to y equal to d. If all the four limits they are constants, then the order of integration means with respect to which variable this integral is to be integrated. What is the rule? By virtue of which we start integrating this. So if all the four limits they are constants, then it can be integrated with respect to any variable we wish. Now, if the limits are mentioned in terms of y, they are limits of x. So it is to be integrated with respect to x first. After integrating this with respect to x first, this function f of xy, keeping y constants, and after employing the upper limit minus lower limits, then that final answer is to be integrated with respect to y. Similarly here, these roles of x and y, they are now being interchanged. Here the limits are mentioned in terms of x. As they are mentioned in terms of x, it is to be integrated with respect to y because they are limits of y. After integrating with this with respect to y, keeping x constant, we employ the limits of y, upper minus bottom limit. After employing these limits, finally we integrate this with respect to y. We understand.